Your field stabilized. Intaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's gonna be who? You know, you read the title. It's gonna be SOULKEY and Snow on Deja Vu. Bottom right, it is Snow. And in the bottom left, it is SOULKEY. These two guys know each other extremely well. They have faced off in ASL the last couple of years, and man, they were a great series both times. SOULKEY got the upper hand, but if it's not an ASL match, then Snow, I think, is favored, and this is not an ASL match, because ASL does not release their replays. Okay, so gonna be a PVZ here on Deja Vu for you today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you want to help me hit 69,000 subs. Terror the Overlord, scouting out. That's right, you are ready and raring to go today. You're ready to scout some Protoss, see what's going on, check the timing on that Nexus, and see what Snow is up to for your guy SOULKEY. Aren't ya? Quick plug for the social media today is going to be X. I am on x.com or twitter.com or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's just if you're on that social media platform and you want some Brood War in your day, follow me. Right, twitch.com/Falcon Paladin or x.com/Falcon Paladin. I'm out here posting Brood War content every day. It's usually just a 45 or minute long clip of a cast I posted earlier, and you can see what I posted. You're like, hey, oh cool, Falcon posted a SOULKEY versus Snow game today. I should go watch it, and I'll have a link to it in the post and everything. So check it out, x.com/Falcon Paladin. Overlord scouts in, sees a gate. Says, well, I guess we can go for an overpool opening. Seems fine. As the Overlord is in fact on the way. I mean, it's a safe option without a doubt. And SOULKEY's going for it. Overlord pops in and says, gate at sub 2 minutes. Cool. Well, I'll get 3 sets of lings. Ooh, that's aggressive, aren't we? Snow coming down for the scout, checking the top right, and then cross-spawn scouting. For the rush distances that are more likely to hit Snow at a fast timing, in case it's a pool first. Expansion on the way. Lings come in. Probe says, Lings, what? And then Zealot comes back home and says, the hunter has become the hunted indeed. So, what do we got here? It's Nexus into a gate. Into, honestly, do you forge here? I think you forge here. Oh, you expand. Never mind. That seems gutsy. Now, oh my gosh, you can't just pull back and guard the ramp. Yeah, this is bad. SOULKEY's got 6 lings inside your nat. You've got 2 zealots, which is good, except that they're slow. And SOULKEY could be sending more of these guys all the time. Oh my gosh. And the lings are slow, but they're faster than zealots, and the gateway is going to take some damage, but I don't think Snow's going to lose anything that way. At least not the gate. Maybe a probe here with a zealot going all inside the main base, causing all sorts of problems for our guy Snow. Oh my gosh, another zealot here, another zealot there, and it's fine. Taking a 3rd base up the left side. SOULKEY is not making lings. He's droning. He's making sure that Snow's attention is over here and not anywhere else. Now look, this is one of those things where I'm like, this is the opposite of you force the Zerg player to make lings. Now guess what? Lings are in your base. This is you kind of force Snow to make this many zealots, and now zealots are in your base on the counterattack. Although, let's be fair, the zealots are going to be inside the Zerg base anyway, even if lings had not come across the map. So it's not quite the same thing, because Protoss is going to be making zealots regardless. Wow, that's right. Whereas Zerg doesn't want to make lings unless they're being aggressive with them. They hate making lings for defense. They'd rather have drones. But if they can't make drones because they made lings, then they're mad about it and they'll counterattack you. Look, zealots on the move out. 3rd base, what are we forcing SOULKEY to do? Build more lings to defend the 3rd base. Because you can't get a creep up here in time. You can't do it. Cybercore timing is scouted, and the 3rd base is under attack. I mean, what else is new? What else is new? We're getting a lair. We're sending up exactly 7 lings to try to save this. And zealots, well, they're taking some early hits. So yeah, 7 lings should be enough to do this. They're trying to kite. As a zealot, it's hard. It's hard to, oh my gosh, that's great positioning. Getting the healthier Zealot on top there. Oh, this is so good by Snow. Is this Ling still here? Well, he's dead now. But he was here until 5 minutes. Impressive stuff, little man. Yeah, and he's just microing his absolute heart out this way. 4 kill Zealot is about as good as you're going to get. About it. If you get more than 4, it's like an A+. So there's 4. There's 5. That's an A+, man. So 4 kills on one, 5 kills on another one are good. Good trades here. But it's SOULKEY we're talking about, man. You can force him to make Lings. You can get good trades with your Zealots. But SOULKEY will still squeak out enough drones. Get a Spire up. The timing here is pretty good. I mean, the Overpool kind of slowed it down for the Zerg, and the Lings inside the base kind of slowed it down for Snow. And the second gas is now coming up from Snow. So no second gas here. It feels like we're just going to make enough Scourge to stay alive against the Corsairs while we get into Hydras. But SOULKEY has been known to get him some Mutalisks in this matchup. Citadel warping in just now. For our Protoss. Macro Hatch. No Sunkens. Who needs Sunkens? A Zealot at your third base. Oh my gosh, you got another drone kill. Zealots at your third base indicate that maybe you want a few Sunkens. But hey, I can complain about it when anyone does it except for SOULKEY. Because the man is a Bonejoie. And you can't complain. Anything Flash does, nope. He's a Bonejoie. Just can't do it. Scouts Aspire timing beautifully with this Corsair. And he says, ah, Aspire. Neat. Flyer Carapace coming in and some Scourge. See, that's what I'm talking about here. And some Scourge. Hydra Den would be nice. I don't know how you're supposed to... I mean, I guess Lings? Is he just going Lings and Scourge here? He's got to get a Hydra Den. Or he's getting Mutas. It could be Mutas as well. He could be like, hey, I'm making Scourge. Stop making Corsairs. But that +1 attack is not canceling. This is Snow continuing to build Corsairs until he has a big ball. This is a mistake, I think, from SOULKEY. But only because he doesn't know. I mean, I'm not saying he's making a mistake necessarily. I don't know. Let's see what he does. I'm going to leave it to SOULKEY here to decide what he wants to do in this situation because SOULKEY is SOULKEY. Macro Hatches, 1 Sunken at the third, 1 Sunken at the Nat. That's about as much of a concession as you're going to get. And there we go. It is 5 Mutas on the way. Well, it's going to be an investment of 6 Mutalisks into a world that there are already 4 +1 Corsairs. Okay, they're almost +1. Almost +1 Corsairs. Almost. Almost counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, as my grandpa always used to say before he passed on. Yeah, another Muta. Good golly, dude. All right. I mean, it feels Ogre Zergy at this point. Lings, Mutas, Scourge. The Ogre Zerg is Ogre Zergen. Ooh, investing in another creep back at the third. Holy cow. I like it. I like it a lot. Finally, a Hydra Den comes in. He says, you know, maybe Ogre Zerg is not going to work today. Maybe some Hydralisks are exactly how we want to do this. Oh, Archon. Yeah, see the dance here. That was pretty good micro out of SOULKEY, dude. He danced with that Archon. It did not take a shot from it, and that's huge. You take a shot. Okay, well, the Corsairs killed him anyway. It didn't really matter, but hey, could have been awesome. Could have been a moment. Storm's on the way. Muta's defending are really bad, it turns out. So here comes everything. Not enough Protoss to do this, I think. Snow recognizes that. He goes, oh. Scourge. Oh my gosh, that is so many Scourge. Holy crap, that's so many Scourge. But then the Mutas chase the Corsairs away. But then what's left on the ground? A Sunken or 2. Oh, 3 Sunkens. He decides he can handle it, though. Holy smokes. The Mutas have to come back home to save it because the Sunkens are going down. The Archon getting on top of these drones, two-shotting those drones, splash damaging those drones. The Archon comes over and says, die, Mutalisks, die. And they kind of have to fight him, and they do. They take some damage, but they hold a little bit into the main base. These Zealots go. 0 kills on that Zealot somehow. 3 on that one. I feel like they've been attacking drones. How does that guy have 0 kills? Dude, 52 to 29 workers. This just feels like one of those games a Zerg player invested way too much. Way too much in Mutalisks for no reason. For reasons that do not make sense. And will never make sense. But 'tis the nature of the beast. Wow. Okay, here we... Corsair Ball, 7, good. +1 attack still here. Lurker aspect on the way. It's going to help against these Zealots immensely. Those 3 Sunkens. I mean, they slowed it down. They allowed the attack to be cleaned up. They didn't exactly shut it down entirely, right? Yeah, these Corsairs are kind of like, I'll fight. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you'll fight the Scourge. Trying to micro Corsairs against Scourge is a nightmare. You lose ground every time you do it. High Templar. Oh, does get picked off. Not saved by the Zealots or the Cannons, actually. I thought for sure he would live through that engagement. But it's 120 to 84 supply. SOULKEY has been managing to get in here and drone up a little bit. In the meantime, he was down big time on workers. Not so much anymore. This dance, man. This dance of Scourge and the Corsairs. The Muta Ball's looking good. That +1 Carapace is helping against these Mutas. Against these Corsairs. Because they have the +1 attack, and it just negates it with that Carapace upgrade. Kind of sets us back to square one. Corsair control here by Snow has been pretty great. He's not overextending. He's not overextending, not taking stupid risks. Not holding his Corsairs still while 27 Scourge descend upon them. Like locusts. Well, okay, that was a little bit. But all the Scourge died! And there are still 4 Corsairs, and some of them are really, really injured. But I think they can handle these Mutas. Yeah, the Mutas are like, what? Hold on a second. This is really bad. Dude, if this natural base dies, more Scourge come in, but the Dragoon count's getting a little bit heftier now. Hydras are up. Lurkers are up just in the gosh darn nick of time. I cannot believe he just got Lurkers out now. Oh, sniping that probe, trying to build. Oh, we got it. He got the 3rd Nexus up. That's huge. The Scourges take down... I don't think they got a Corsair. I think that was Scourge dying. Yeah, Dragoon count, honestly. Looking pretty great. High Templar joining the party for the first time today. Obviously, one got picked off earlier by Lings, which is a massive win for SOULKEY. A supply block on SOULKEY would be pretty nice too, but not quite there. Not with 1 Overlord kill. Snow appears to be falling back as the Mutas. Nope, not enough, guy. That is so many Dragoons. You're not going to fight against this many Dragoons. Mutalists, they got 1/1 upgrades on those Dragoons too. Mutas, no further upgrades from them at all. Yeah, Scourge down, losing a Corsair. Losing one of the very injured Corsairs, which is maybe not a huge loss, but I mean, it's 75% of the available firepower in the sky right now from Snow, so can't be happy about that. But worse places. He's been in worse places here. Oh, yeah, Size Storm! Trying to snipe down the High Templar, but all the Mutas die. High Templar survives, has exactly 1 Storm available. Corsairs did their job, did not overmake Corsairs, doesn't have like 17 Corsairs left over doing nothing against all these Hydras. He's got Zealots and Dragoons and High Templar to try to handle it. Lurkers, yes. Observers, I'm going to go with a no. I'm going to go with there are not any obs here. There are obs in production. They're in the production tab. I don't think there are any obs actually out. Uh-oh, Snow, did you screw this up? Did you not have obs at 13 minutes? Can blind storm this. Suddenly the Hydra Lurker by SOULKEY is just overwhelming. He's coming in from the left side, just standing and fighting. A little bit of storm, a little bit of dodging there. Not the best I've ever seen, but he's continuing to send more and more Hydras into this engagement. The Corsairs on the other side of it are chasing Overlords, and the Hydras are rallied out, so they can't defend them. But look at this. If you're not fighting with the Lurkers... There you go. Fight with the Lurkers. There's an obs out now. No detection here from the Zerg to protect the Lurkers. Protoss is kind of running out of steam. Nope, not a supply block, but it's 107 to 77 supply. The Corsairs are willing to die to get these Overlords killed, and he might get another one before he goes down, and he does. The supply block is not real. The engagement has not been won by either party on the right side of the map here. Snow's getting a base up the right side. Oh, man. When there are lurkers morphing on this side of the map, your side of the map is Protoss, you're like, oh. Oh, no. Dude, SOULKEY, did you pull something off here that no one else could? I feel like if Snow was in the position where he's wiped out every Mutalisk and every Scourge on the map with his Corsairs, and he's got a big army of Psystorm and everything else, that Snow wins that about 99% of the time. But this is SOULKEY, man. Look at him macro. Look at him produce. 44 drones. More and more Hydras all the time. Falling back. Snipe the obs. Natural base getting jumped in right now. I just don't know. I just don't know if there's enough by way of Protoss to handle this. Psystorms are good, yes. But look at this. 4th base is here. It's a 3-basing Zerg. If SOULKEY can hold on for the next 3 minutes or so, I think he's going to be in a just fine position. Maybe not like a guaranteed winning position. Okay, observer snipe. There's double observers to back that up, though. 120 to 85 supply. Snow is up. Like, where are my storms? Almost has a storm. Almost has a storm. Snow holding on by the skin of his teeth right now. You can see why RJB sent this replay in. Stutter stepping back, targeting the lurker. Stutter stepper back, targeting a Hydralisk. This is an intense situation, but as long as the base doesn't die from Snow, I think he's got this. 57 to 44 workers. I know he's on the back foot right now. I know he's not exactly feeling happy, but SOULKEY's not getting a 4th base. He is 3-basing it until the end of time. I mean, he could take a 4th base at any moment right now, but for now, he is definitely not concerned with it. He's not doing it anyway. Probes transferring over to the 3rd base right now is crazy, but it works. None of those probes die. What an engagement from Snow. Psystorms. Oh my gosh. Bruising up those zealots. 115 to 75 supply. Obs get sniped again. Backup obs is existing. Maybe. Yes, there's one coming from the natural now. Yeah, trying to morph an Archon on the battlefield like this is always bad, but this is intense. This is how these dudes play, man. This is it. Hydra Lurker from SOULKEY or bust is the strategy right now. And the longer it goes, the more I think Snow's okay here. But it's hard to say Snow's okay when he's facing off against the Bonjour. He's just being so patient, not overextending, not pushing too far out onto the map to get surrounded. He's just defending the status quo because the status quo is a win for Snow. Hey, that's a rhyme. You can put that in the Falcon accidentally rhymes category. It's a status quo right now for Snow. DT's on the way. There's an Overlord, and sniping, it's not really going to be the priority here, is it? Dragoon gets targeted, doesn't die. This high ground spot from SOULKEY is so annoying. And Snow again has to fall back and be like, so this is, I'd like to get out of this position eventually. Man, this is such a wide open attack avenue, and SOULKEY's just not doing it. Also, this is pretty vulnerable. Honestly, if he goes up and kills this, I mean, it's still a 3-base to 3-base on against a tier 3 Protoss when he's on Hydra Lurker. Yeah, the more I look at it, it just feels like Snow has this thing. I mean, it's 100 Hydralisks, it feels like. Ooh, I like storming the retreat path there by Snow, too. I like storming where the Hydras are going to try to dodge so that they dodge into the storm. That's so brutal. A little bit of mind games there, winning it for Snow. More Psystorm up the, Psystorm doesn't miss on high grounds. He decides he needs to get up the high ground. He hasn't been willing to do this today. High Templar A moves to the front, not ideal. Lurkers are dead. DT is here. There are no Overlords present, though. Did he snipe down to the Overlord? Hydras are coming in. They're like, oh, there's one DT. Son of a gun. We can't do anything about that. Slow Overlord. Hang on, guys. I mean, that's right, Terry. I mean, that's not Terry, but get there. Detect. detect like your life depends on it, because I think it does. Dude, this is nuts. 63 to 44 workers. Hiders are good, but they're not this good. I'd be counting out almost every Zerg in the world right now in this position, but it's SOULKEY. Look at this DT, just getting free hits off. Just free swipes off, man. Oh. Beautifully done. I don't know. I just keep looking for a fourth base from SOULKEY and not finding one. Look at this Overlord. Coming to deal with this 11 kill DT. Oh my goodness. 125 to 79 supply. Snow has not been able to max out exactly, but SOULKEY hasn't been able to get over 100 supply for a while now. Look at that High Templar count. This is just a gaggle of High Templar. It's like a gaggle of geese. The splits on these Hydras is pretty good. Pretty good. Like I said, SOULKEY has to win this thing, and I think he's crossed the point of no return. I don't see it. I don't see it from him. Archons, tanking, eating lurker spines like nothing else can here. But then the Hydras eat them. It's the circle of life, as everybody knows. $131 to 66 supply. And that's it. SOULKEY taps out. Snow is your winner in 21 minutes and 53 seconds. Oh, like I said, the status quo favored him. He just didn't care. 13 kills and 13 kills. He's like, as long as you don't kill 2 of my bases, I'm fine. I'm not sure SOULKEY even knew about this base. And I think maybe that was the problem today. Here, I'm just going to do a quick rewind. Okay, what I want to do is discover when... Well, this is going to be a minute. When that fourth base comes up, I think I went too far back. So we're going to go third base. Yes! 16 times for the win. Okay, so now we're just going to go SOULKEY's view from here. Here with music. I mean, he's got to assume this base exists because he had a Ling over there and he... Oh, yeah, sees the probe transfer too. So he knows there's a third base, but I think... I'm pretty sure he doesn't know about the fourth. He never gets up there to scout it. He's so focused on busting this. But Snow's defense is legendary. It is wonderful. It is elite. It is some of the best defense we've seen from a Protoss against SOULKEY in a long time. I know Best did it in ASL 19. And I know Snow did it in ASL 19. But man, good stuff. Great stuff with the Corsairs into the Psystorm and the Dragoons and the High Templar getting the win there. Snow, well done indeed. Got an outproduction by SOULKEY, but the outkill is a 2-to-1 here. We'll get it done by Snow most of the time. 3-to-1s on buildings, and look at that. The outspend by SOULKEY, but about 600 resources. 600 resources is not enough. No, 400, maybe 500, right? Maybe 500. And that's a GG. Man, good stuff. Like, really, 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 really good stuff there. That was some fantastic game from Snow there. Everybody's very, very happy about it. Man. All right, so that's going to be it from me today then. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.